Good morning. Welcome to another video. It is good to be back home in Colorado. And as you can maybe tell, I am back on my home river, the POUDRE. A little bit of ice. I was pretty pleased. Not much ice. Hardly any ice from Picnic Rock to POUDRE Park. A little bit more ice from POUDRE Park to the Mish, but no chunks like floating down the water or anything. So just this ice on the edge. So very, very fishable. So we are coming up on mid-March of the year. Thanks for tuning in February for saltwater content and surf fishing. I was fortunate enough to catch 5 sharks in the 5 to 5.5 foot range, 130 pounds or so. That's always a blast. Caught some smaller fish to eat. But we are back with the fly rod and fly fishing for trout. Man, I've missed this. And I haven't seen this river for a few months. So sit back, relax. This ought to be fun. Let's go fish. All right, guys. So I'm back to coaching full time and doing these like short trips where I still coach later this afternoon, but you can see on that rock, we are using the 4-piece Bass Pro Shop White River 9-foot 6-weight. Perfect for this river. Yeah, unfortunately, I lost / had stolen a nicer Orvis rig. I'll say lost because it was my fault. But so yeah, just to punish myself, bought a cheaper rig. Again, the weakness of these Bass Pro Shop outfits is the fly line. But I'll probably give this fly line a couple goes and then I won't be able to help it. I'll get some new floating fly line, but I'll still be in it for under 200 when I get new fly line, because I don't mind the rod and reel. So anyways, Oreo strike indicator. I like these a lot, and I mix and match the colors. So I just open up the package and give myself a little more contrast by doing 2 different colors on here. And then we have a split shot that's going to be held in place by a Tippet ring. I can lower this split shot. Obviously, if I lower the split shot, I'll put it between the flies. And but I'm not convinced these fish are going to be stuck to the bottom today. I want to use different parts of the water column. And inline rig with again 6X leader and a little pine squirrel leech is kind of an attractor lead fly that they could absolutely bite. And if you can see that, a little rainbow warrior bead. Could add a 3rd fly, but that's what we're going to start with today. If we got a hatch and we got rising fish, that would almost for sure be a midge hatch, possibly an early blue wing olive hatch, but you'd expect maybe a midge hatch. So we're armed with midges, we're armed with blue wing olives, but we're going to start below the surface, see what we can get done. So I just have a couple hours today, so a couple fish is the goal before I coach. And but I think these fish are going to start to wake up. I mean, they're going to start to wake up here. I got a good chance today, I feel like. Again, I would love to see some surface activity, but we'd really only expect like small midges this time of year. Maybe blue and olive. So we're gonna see what we can get done below the surface to start. We're talking about a river here that certainly not gonna ruin by saying where I'm at. The POUDRE River though has suffered numerous fires and floods in the last couple decades, literally several, and such a resilient fishery, such a great fishery. And you guys have been showing some pictures of some pretty big fish, and it's just never been known as a large trout fishery. I've always thought of it as the largest trout are down in town. The browns down in town in Fort Collins tend to be the largest fish I've caught out of here, but it's really rebounding. This is not a trophy trout fishery, but there's some good ones in here, but you got to work hard for them. I'll take a couple little ones today. Anything I can get. Now rocking a little RS2 and a zebra midge. I've gone super small. No hits in that first spot. This is our second spot, but I've still been here, less than an hour. But I've only got like an hour to go before I have to leave. So we're going to stock these fish right here. I'm sight fishing. I can see a couple suspended in the water column. And if I don't scare them, we're going to see if we can get them to bite. The tricky thing is going to be netting them. I might even have to swing them. I've got nowhere here to net them, but that's it's part of the game. See if we can get on fish. Come on, fish. No, you're in there. I can see you. Bit. Come on, fish. It's got a good chance to get bit. No, actually that might have been a bite. I haven't scared him yet. I just changed my depth range. That's what we always talk about. It's depth range. Come on, fish. Come on, fish. on, fish. Ah, that might have been a hit too. Come on, fish. Yeah, I think I'm, oh. I think I'm in the hunt. More than in the hunt. There we go. There we go. That's the spot. Just had one jump and throw the hook. So we got the pattern. We got something working. If we just haven't scared this hole yet and spooked them all. Okay, so far I'm not transitioning very well from catching 5-foot sharks to small trout on the fly, but I broke off on a rock, which is okay. It means I was on the bottom. And I'm gonna go back to this hole because I've rested it a little bit and get a different angle to where if I do pin one, then I can land it away from those rocks, so I'll have a spot to net it. And we're all CFA flies, so found a couple Colorado fly angler flies that I forgot I had. So I've got a Jolly Rancher and a Purple Assassin, and we'll show you those if we get one of these in, and I think we will. We missed a couple here already. Hopefully a wise move here. I can maybe hopefully not be as visible to the fish in this clear water, and I've got a spot here I can net them if I actually get to show you guys one as we run out of time today to fish. But I still think I can get one of these guys. We rested this hole because we had to redo the rig, so it's worth analyzing, and my bad for not doing it sooner. I mean, I can kind of hide behind this rock here. I could net a fish easily. I can do a slightly upriver cast, let it drift down where I was getting the bites. So much better spot here for casting angle. Made a note where that rock broke me off, but like I say, that's okay. At least I was on the bottom. These fish seem to be down pretty low. Kind of mid-water column to bottom is where I was getting bit. Much better angle here. Oh, I think this one's pinned. Oh, come on, fish. It's a decent one for the POUDRE. Nothing big, but decent. Come on, fish. And it's a beautiful rainbow. Let's go. And come on, come on. All right, that's small, but I'll take it. And that took the CFA Purple Assassin. Got my hands wet. Look at the gorgeous colors on this guy. And you can see a Colorado fly angler Purple Assassin, size 20 in the bottom of the mouth on this gorgeous, gorgeous POUDRE River rainbow trout. I'm gonna walk my fish over here, release him in a different spot in case I can still get one out of this hole. So yeah, you know, leading with the Jolly Rancher from CFA and trailing that with the Purple Assassin. Purple Assassin paid the bills for a absolutely gorgeous rainbow trout. Got the flat bottom fish pond mesh net working for me here, and hands are wet. But yeah, certainly nice colors on this one. Boy, really pretty colors on this fish. See you, pal. No skunk today in 2 hours. That'll work. I'll show you my current inline rig bottom to top here since I did break off on that rock. So size 20 Purple Assassin, split shot next, and then the top fly and the lead fly is this little red Jolly Rancher. It's very possible he got bit earlier, actually. You can see Chris and I were talking about this. I tied both lines to the eye of the hook, and I feel like, you know, these flies drift a little more natural, especially like a leech or a streamer when you do that. Now, if you tie to the bend of the hook to drop your next fly, great. If that catches fish for you, great. You know, if that works, that's fantastic. But I've really gotten to like tying to the eye. And then of course up here, what I always swear by, the Oros strike indicator. If I'm not using Oros, I'm using yarn, or obviously an edible indicator. I haven't seen a single fish rise, haven't seen a single bug, haven't seen a hatch. And it's probably gonna happen around noon when I gotta go, or 12:30. But still, you know, absolutely nothing, absolutely no sign of life on top. Does that mean a grasshopper wouldn't work? No. Does that mean a chubby wouldn't work? No. Could I have done dry dropper? Absolutely. But yeah, never tried anything on the surface today. There's just no sign of any kind of life on top. There's this hole where that last fish came out of, and I would move or try something else, but I know there's still fish here, and I just don't have much time today, so we're gonna see if we can get one more, but it's just a good spot. Fish on. Oh, look at that jump. I hope that came out. Let's get my reel for this one for fun, because we gotta go. Oh, another jumper, baby. This guy's a feisty one. This is where I say this cheap Bass Pro stuff, you know. Drag's working perfect right now. Rod has a lot of, you know, sensitivity and feel to it, and this guy's playing the game beautifully. Same hole, a little bit bigger fish. That's why I went to my reel, because it's a slightly bigger fish. Nothing to brag about. And he also took the purple assassin, so it's a small fish, but he's thick. But yeah, bottom fly again. Let's get our hands wet here and show you. I think the Jolly Rancher was bit earlier, but this one has the purple assassin right in the top of the snoot. You gotta love that, Chris. This beautiful Cash Laputer Bobo in mid-March, getting his wits about him in the flat bottom net. And I'll give you one more look at him here. It's an absolute beaut. Oh, slipped out. That's good. See you, buddy. All right. Look at this guy. Why is purple so sexy? Size 20, Colorado fly angler, purple assassin, connected to my 5X leader and tippet. You gotta love it. There's the red truck, and we're in the heart of the burn area. Look at that. You can see that. That's why we say this river is just so resilient, you know. Multiple fires, multiple floods, still pulling trout out of it. And some, you know, not today for me, but some bigger than they've been in a long time. So pretty sweet. I've never been late to coaching in 19 years, and I'm not going to start today. So I got to go final from the road. Overhead view of that hole I was working, that stretch right there. It's got everything you want. Look at that. Kind of that deep pool and run going right through there, forming those riffles down there. All right, I tell you what, I always do like kind of a debriefing, post-analysis of how the day went, and not too bad. Pretty good little comeback there. I mean, to miss 3 fish, 1 I had on, and 2 jumped and spit it, and then to land the 2. So, but I usually feel like my ratio is reversed there. I usually feel like I, you know, land 4 or 5 to every 1 that I miss. But I mean, even the best in the world, certainly it's not me, but I mean, even the best miss some fish. The reason, I'm always so honest and keep it real, the reason I'm gonna blame fly line for that is this line just sinks. It's floating fly line and it sinks. So when you set the hook, you're actually bringing the line up out of the water to then set it. So it's interesting. I know that when a fish jumps, that's a good time for them to spit it, whether it's a bass or a trout, but I'll just say that's interesting to me. This fly line is garbage. I mean, trash. I did a video. I hate to rip you, Bass Pro Shop, but I'm not sponsored by it. So I did a video on this rig, and if I buy $75 floating fly line, then I'm still only in this rig for $200. So I'm very happy with how the rod functions and how the drag and the reel functions, but the fly line is hot garbage. And I think that could have been a factor, honestly. We all miss fish, but I felt like to get a hook set, I'm, you know, first dragging the line from the river like it was sinking line, and it's not. So it doesn't load the rod very well. There's not a good coating on it. It doesn't have good memory to the reel, and I mean, it literally sinks. It's floating fly line that sinks. So it's hot garbage for fly line, but how about that? I mean, take this for what it's worth, but non-CFA flies were the missed fish, and the 2 landed were CFA flies with the purple assassin, and Chris has got more coming to me, I know, in a shipment. So off to Coach. I hope you guys really enjoyed this. Man, it's ice-free. I mean, the POUDRE looks great right now, so it's absolutely fantastic. What a great day. I got to get back in Coach, so hope you guys enjoyed this. We'll catch you on the next video. Thanks for watching.